Hines, and you know what? This is my second video for the day. I actually had a bundle of questions to answer in my email inbox from some of my loyal subscribers. Excuse me, I'm kind of coming down with the cold here. This weather here is so unpredictable. You know, one day it's hot, one day it's cool. So excuse me if I may cough during this video once or twice. But I want to go ahead and cover the topic. First of all, for you guys who don't know me, my name is TJ Hines, Mr. Flipperhouse. I've been wholesaling now for the past 28 months. I've closed 80 plus deals from here to Atlanta, Georgia combined. Those are the two markets that I focus on. And I also have a book out right now which is called Mr. Flipperhouse Presents Wholesaling as Simple as Your ABCs, and you can go and download that book at my website, my blog, which is mrflipperhouse.com. Got tons of great reviews on it. People are actually using those strategies that I wrote about in the book to get out here in today's market, execute where they can start making boatloads of cash. Okay, recently I just formed a RIA down in the Tampa Bay area. It is actually called TB RIA West Tampa. Presents House Flipping Ninjas, TJ Hines and Chris Bruce. That is something that I am the founder of and just birthed. And I tell you what, those meetings are packed every time we put them on. So I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate all your loyalty out there of you tuning in, because you know I'm going to give you the best of the best, raw, uncut content where you probably won't be able to get anywhere else. So let me just go ahead and get right into the topic, guys. The topic is who usually pays the closing costs of the deal. Well, you know, this is an agreement that should be defined by you if you're the seller of the deal to your buyer. Now, a lot of the times, in most cases, when dealing with wholesalers or when buyers are dealing with wholesalers, they already know, you know, 90% of the time that the wholesaler is going to request for them to pay all of the closing costs in the deal. For one, you know, we are in the business of helping people. So the last thing that we want to do is, you know, buy a property from a private seller that is already selling to us at a discount and have them pay a closing cost on that as well. We want to kind of step in and cure whatever problem or come up with whatever solution that we can to cure the problem of the seller. And if we can, you know, get by helping them by closing on all of their closing costs or paying all of their closing costs, then you know the better we look in the deal, so forth and so on, and we may just get those referrals from that particular deal dealing with that particular private seller. So in most deals, guys, you know I tend to always try to get my buyers to pay all of the closing costs in the deal. Now, if they are persistent in not, you know, paying all of the closing costs in the deal, and you got to excuse me, guys, I got an airplane shooting over my head. I mean, I literally live probably about 10-15 minutes from the airport, so I apologize if it's kind of rough to hear me right now. Okay, but yeah. I want my sellers to pay all of the closing costs in the deal, and it's great for me as well too, as well as it is for the buyer, because as well as it is for the seller, because simply the seller is going to get everything that we agreed on in the particular deal. So if I agreed to purchase their house from them for $30,000, and I have all of the seller and I have the buyer pay all the closing costs, then you know that they will walk away from the table with a check of $30,000. Okay, now if they're paying, you know, closing costs in the deal, it's going to be $30,000 minus closing costs. But how much better do we look on our end if we can come in and cure their problem, pay all of their closing costs when they're already in a distressed situation? Keep in mind, guys, that it's more to it than just us out here flipping houses. It's we're in a position to help people. We're in a position to create solutions to people's problems, and that's why we're able to make the type of money that we do. Learning how to create solutions to one's problem in anything you do, you'll find yourself on you know, the higher percentage of people who will likely make it out here. Okay, so generally, guys, if you can't get the sellers to pay all closing costs, then you want to try to, you know, come up with an agreement where you can at least pay half of the closing costs out of your profits, and he can pay the half where the seller does not come out of the pocket. So at the end of the day, guys, we're not putting any money up. We're not using any credit. So look at this as free money, guys. Okay, we're not putting $1 up to invest in any of these properties, and that's the greatest thing about wholesaling. Okay, Hopefully I've answered your question. Do yourselves and me a big favor, click on the button above me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that way you don't miss out on any of this great informed content that I'm just out here giving away. I guarantee you that you won't find a person of my status nature just answering all of your questions live on video, guys. But you know what? I'm a real guy out here doing real deals in today's market. And whatever I'm teaching you guys to do are effective strategies that work in today's market. So I appreciate all my viewers that you I appreciate all the love that my viewers been showing me. I appreciate all the loyalty. Make sure that you stop by my blog, which is mrflipperhouse.com. Download that ebook if you don't have it, guys. I have well over 8,000 downloads right now on that ebook, and people are using those strategies that I'm writing about in that book to get out here to be successful in today's market. This is your boy TJ Hines, Mr. Flip House. Do yourselves and me a big favor. Get out there and flip something.